Hello, good day. My name is Ricky Niedermeyer. I'm with myStaffSchedule, and we'd like to introduce to you a new schedule wizard that we are releasing in January of 2024. So we're just going to walk you through that process today, maybe introduce some of the subtleties in the wizard that you might not be aware of, but just to give you an introduction. So one of the first pages that you will see is this pre-wizard step. This is more about user information about you, kind of your role in the organizational name, how many staff members you have, and so forth. So this is not used to create your schedule or anything to do with your schedule, but primarily for marketing reasons. So we're just going to fill this information in. I am going to fill in our organization. And we will continue. This is the first page that you're going to see as part of the schedule wizard. And what we're looking for is specific information about the schedule name, which will be used in all of the communications. It's the first thing in the subject line. So you want this schedule name to be something that people would recognize. So I'm just going to make up a new name and I'm going to say Alabama CRNAs. The management company is optional. So that would be if there was a management company that was managing, the CRNAs or the staff members, the company name, organization, facility, the hospital location, etc., and then the address. This particular information is nice to have on documents that you print. So any information that you list here, it will be listed in a printed form. Then we're going to save and go to the next step. All right, this is the second step of the wizard. This is the schedule configuration and features page. Notice as we step through the wizard that we can opt to return to the previous step by clicking here. So in the schedule configuration features page, we're looking for basic setup of the schedule. So what day we're going to start on. In our case, this defaults to Monday. And then the view window. So this is what you're visibly how many days or how many weeks you will see on the schedule page itself. So it defaults to 14, which sounds good for us. Publish, this is set to automatic, which is the default setting. This is about whether when you update the schedule, a scheduler updates, whether those updates get carried out and are visible by your staff members. So with this set to automatic, basically if you make a change in someone's schedule, that's automatically updated and everybody, when they log in the next time, they can see that update. The other option to this setting is manual. And some people might call this a draft mode. But in the manual setting, you can make all the changes as a scheduler to the schedule without those propagating to the live schedule itself. And then at the top right of the schedule, you're going to see a publish button that will be orange. And when you're ready to publish those updates, you just click the publish button and then those updates will now become live. So that's what that feature is. The time zone feature, obviously wherever your time zone, this is to get context as the days switch over, etc., and highlights the particular day that you're on. Another couple features that you see kind of in this basic feature is the request system. So this is part of scheduling process is creating requests and approving requests. So the default, most people use this feature when they're creating a schedule. So the default is on. So that's there. And then we've got the timesheet feature, which defaults to off. So if you'd like to try the timesheet feature, just select on there and say, we're going to accept all of the defaults here. And we're going to say save and next wizard step. All right, step 3, we're getting into the nitty gritty of creating the schedule. And obviously we need staff members. So we're going to create a couple of staff members on this particular. So I'm going to create one for myself. title or degree. I am going to be the chief here for this particular schedule. And then I'm going to click save and add more. And we're going to add another person. Let's see. And save and add more. And one more person, John. And we're finished with staff members. So it's important to note, can I add more staff members later? Absolutely. So we're just creating the base schedule here and just the initial staff members that are going to be on the schedule. But of course, you can add and delete staff members as all dynamic schedules will need. So if you want to add staff members, you're going to go to the setup menu, which is only accessible by owners, by the way. And then you would click staff over here. So it's another noteworthy option here is this menu is laid out, and this is also new, that for our basic functionality, we've got company. This was the company information that we collected in the schedule name. We've got our schedule configuration page. We've got staff, and we're about to go to the codes page, so we'll explain that more. And it also might note that we have both basic and advanced settings for all these tabs. So if you're interested in more advanced settings, and we'll cover these later in videos in the future, but you can go through and there's some additional options there that might be of interest to you. But for now, we're just going to go over basic setup and get you going. So we're good with our staff members. We have 3 staff members added, and we're going to save in next wizard step. All right, so this is the codes page, and to add and remove and edit codes. So this is also wizard step 4. And what we're looking at, the first question people ask, well, what are codes and why are they called codes? Well, basically, codes are shift types. They're what goes in the cell to communicate to the staff members what their shift is going to be that particular day. So codes is a more generic name than shift type, so we prefer to use that name. But shift types is also a very common name for this. So you can put anything. This can be a lot of different things, including alphanumeric text like 7 to 3, 7 to 7. It can also be icons and emojis you can put in there as well. They can also, the backgrounds can be different colors. So you can set that right here and this option, whatever you like. So we recently added in this new wizard and also what we call our quick add. So in this example, we're just going to take these 4 examples and we're going to add these to the schedule. So as I click add, these are automatically updated to the schedule and will be selectable via drop down on the schedule. So we've added those 4. They're ready to go. We can also add, let's say we're going to add one 7 to 5, and we can leave that blank. Daily totals, what does that mean? Daily totals is just simply that you want this particular code, so in our case 7 to 5, we want it to add in the daily totals. And well, what do you need daily totals? Typically, chiefs and directors need a daily count for the start of the day. And so they can pick and choose which codes they want to add together, and then that will produce a daily total. And these are dynamically updated as you change the schedule for a day. Any day, it will be updating that daily total. We're also going to, just for grins, pick a color for this, and then we're going to say save and finished. All right, so here's our schedule. Basically, the scaffolding is up. We're ready to go. You can see that we can select any of our codes that we created. There's our pink background color that we've had. We also can do telephone for call or whatever. And so that's our example for today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come. Thank you.